gonna put this junk on the group chat so you can watch that junk. I'm finna explain all. Well, I'm finna explain the whole thing to you. It's gonna be a pretty short explanation. The whole thing, what the fuck's going on? Yeah. Yeah, I did. That later. Okay, so pretty much this is what started it all. This game right here. This key. What the freak? Oh my gosh, it's gonna have me download it. Okay, I'm not gonna do all that. So pretty much AP, this one right here, Kingdom Hearts cross back cover. This is where everything started. So there, you see those 5 niggas sitting on the roof, right? There's actually 7 of them. Now the other 2, they wear those black hoods like in the like the dudes in Kingdom Hearts 2, the black hood dudes. Yeah. So pretty much, one of the main dudes in there is he's the one who, like, he has, like, they call him the master or whatnot. He's the one who's training the other 6. And the thing is, the reason why he's the master is because he can also see into the future and also see the past and all that. So he has a keyblade that has an eyeball on it or whatnot. And at the end of this movie, because this is all it is a movie explaining like what's going on with them. So what he does is he trains 6 of them, and he tells 5 of them, I want y'all to go out, find some more people that can wield keyblades, and I want y'all to train them while I'm training y'all. So each person has their own union. The first union, he's a unicorn. The next union, he's a bear. The other one's like a cat, one's a dog, and there's one more which I forgot what that one is. So the master eventually tells them that he's seen into the future and something bad is gonna happen. And there's a traitor amongst everybody or whatnot. But the thing is, there's not really a traitor. He's seen the future and he knows how everything ends. So it's his job to make the future happen so the good can happen at the end of it. At least that's what I got from it. So long story short, these 5 niggas start fighting. He sends the 6th dude. He sends him off with a package, and he tells him to go do whatever. They don't tell you what he tells him in the game or in the movie. So these 5 niggas here, he tells all 5 of them go make their own group. One of them, the one in the pink that's sitting on the roof, he tells her group to, like, hey, instead of you fighting with all 4 with everybody else, I want you and your group to go disappear somewhere and you keep training people. So then from there, pretty much, if you listen to, like, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 where you see Kairi talking to her grandma, right? And the grandma tells her story like, oh yeah, once upon a time all the worlds were connected and they all lived in light or whatever. And then everybody started fighting over that light. That's what happens in this one. These niggas start fighting each other and they're like collecting light. So instead of letting the light just go out into the world, they're collecting it and they're keeping it for themselves. So that's what made the world kind of blow up and all these different pieces scatter all over the place. So then you get to Birth by Sleep. Not this one in particular, but Birth by Sleep. That's the that should probably be the next one you play, honestly. Um, when you yeah, so pretty much when you get to Birth by Sleep is these are descendants from the master in the pink over here. The one that he told her like go train your people and tell your people go hide until all of this is over with. So that's where Birth by Sleep comes in, and pretty much later down into the years, she it comes down to these three, and you'll see those three people in Birth by Sleep or whatnot. So these three niggas in Birth by Sleep, the story in that one is there's really two people that are getting trained to become like masters or whatnot. There's three masters. There's the main master which you'll meet. There's the old nigga, you'll see him and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. And then it's that one nigga you seen Fantasia, right? The wizard dude with the hat with Mickey Mouse. He's one of the Keyblade masters too. So not yet. Mickey's getting trained by that dude. So what had happened was is two of them are getting trained. There's a third one. When you start the game off, you'll see that you'll end up on the islands, or not. You won't end up, but the cutscene will be on the islands, and you'll see the old nigga carrying this little nigga. The little nigga look like Roxas in that one you was looking at, the one you was talking about. Well, who this little nigga is? He looked just like him. So this is where it gets confusing. That's not him. The reason why was so when they're on the islands, when you play Birth by Sleep, you'll figure out when you look at that shit. The old nigga carrying the little nigga, his heart is like cut in half, like it's broken in half pretty much. So he's not a full person. So so during that, while he's on the island, somehow him and Sora end up talking, and he tells him like Sora asks him like what the fuck wrong with you, and he tells him like my heart is broke, like I don't have a full heart, I'm not a full person. So Sora tells him like, oh well, why don't you use some of my heart and we'll just like piece each other together or whatnot, or some shit like that, right? So that's how that nigga end up becoming normal. So in Birth by Sleep, you'll play all three of their stories. If you, because you most likely gonna choose the one dude first, the tall nigga with the brown hair. His name Tyr. You probably gonna play with him first, cause that nigga bang. I'm telling you right now, that nigga bang. He's kind of like, no, it don't play nothing like that. It plays different, but it doesn't play like the Chain of Memories. So, in that one, Tira is kind of like Riku. You know how Riku in the first one, he's kind of fighting with both light and dark or whatnot. Tira is doing the same thing, where he kind of like, it's kind of like Star Wars, how like they tell the Jedi like don't let your emotions get the best of you and shit like that. That's pretty much what it is. It's just he lets his anger get the best of him sometimes, so he use like dark powers every now and then. So at the end of the game, you end up fighting the old nigga because the old nigga turns out to be the bad guy or whatnot. The whole plot behind the old nigga, because the whole game is called Kingdom Hearts, so everybody's trying to get inside Kingdom Hearts for some reason, and so you have to play that shit. That shit kind of hard to explain. Pretty much, that nigga end up fighting the old nigga. The old nigga he beats the old nigga, but the old nigga end up going inside of his body and taking over his body. So that's what happens to that nigga. No. The nigga at the end of the first one, I ain't got that far yet. So remember how I was telling you that there's two different types of bad guys. There's the heartless, and then there's like the nobodies. A heartless is when your soul turns completely evil and it leaves out your body. So when it leaves your body there, your body gets its own will and it becomes a nobody. So this how that shit evens up. So you know how I just said the old nigga goes inside the young nigga and takes over his body, right? So somewhere down the line, or not, no, not down the line. The girl you play with, Aqua, she's her last fight. She fights the old nigga inside the young nigga body, and she beats him. When she beats him, she pretty much like turns like splits him in half. So the dude you fight at the first one, the last boss in the first one, that's his heartless. And the dude you fight at the end of the second one, that's his nobody. At the end of the second one, which yeah, you probably ain't gonna you haven't got that far because you ain't played the second one yet. That's why I'm telling you, play Birth by Sleep before you play the second one, so you'll kind of get the gist of it. So once you play with her, she end up fighting that old nigga because she's like pure light. And you'll also see when you playing it, you'll see the cutscenes. You know Riku, right? Tira goes to the island and he gives Riku because whenever you master a Keyblade, you can pass your power on to other people so they can learn how to use Keyblades. So Tira goes to the island and he gives Riku when he's a little kid, he gives him the power to learn how to use a Keyblade when he gets older. Yep, he already has a Keyblade, but he don't know how to like unlock it yet. So what had happened was Aqua ended up going behind him. She runs into Sora, but she didn't give Sora the power to unlock a Keyblade. She just tells Sora like just watch Riku because he's gonna end up turning to the darkness like my friend did. But at the beginning of the game, Aqua gave you know Kyrie, right? She gave Kyrie powers to unlock a Keyblade. So Riku and Kyrie already had a Keyblade when they were little. Sora is the only one who didn't have one. Yep. So yeah, you know how in the first one when it says, "Oh, the Keyblade chose him," the Keyblade chose him because he doesn't have a Keyblade to himself yet. No, yeah, those are just extra. It was like three of them, but those are just extra little characters. They just extra niggas. Yeah, pretty much. So that's what then. So after Birth by Sleep leads uh into the first one. So now you're in the first one. You played the first one, so you seen all that. So in the first one, after you play that, beat that, you go into Chain of Memories. What happens in Chain of Memories is after you beat the dude, you get trapped inside the world of darkness or whatever, right? God dog, boy. No, you already in the world of darkness. Yeah. No. It's not a figment. You know how at the end of it, when you beat it and the door turns into light and it's just that road. That's literally all it is. That world just goes into the world of darkness. Yep, he's in. Yep. So what had happened was, and this is where I'm gonna explain it. That's why I say play Birth by Sleep before you play. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, he's right here. Um. So yeah, play Birth by Sleep before you play the second one. Cause in Chain of Memories, the castle that you're in the whole time, that's the first level in Birth by Sleep. That castle you're training in, That's the castle in Chain of Memories. Because pretty much when a world gets destroyed or consumed, it doesn't just disappear. That whole world gets transferred to the dark realm or the world of darkness or whatever. So when you, yeah, yep, and that's why at the end of the game, where yeah, he it's like cut off right there, and Kyrie standing in the sand, and he's standing on whatever he's standing on, and then they separate because their island was inside the world of darkness. But when he killed Homeboy, the island went back to normal. No, she's going back to their island. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he pretty much he opened up the door back to their island, so their island can be brought back. The island can get the light back. And when he did that, Kyrie ended up, since she originally came from that island, she was on that island now. So she she's just there. Yeah, but she don't know how to use it. So pretty much at the end of Chain of Memories, while you in there, you end up running into the organization 13 dudes, the dudes with the black hoods. Yeah, they're called Organization 13. All they are their bodies was turned into heartless, or their hearts were turned into heartless. Yeah, and so their bodies were turned into nobodies. Yep, they're all nobodies. They're not heart. Nope. So you fight like half of them in Chain of Memories. You fight the other half in Kingdom Hearts 2. So pretty much, and you okay? Remember the dude at the end of the first one you beat? That's his Heartless, right? The dude you fight at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, that's his Nobody. So yeah, and see, you already figured it out. So what people didn't figure out at first was a Heartless, and you beat the Nobody. They don't just disappear. They end up they end up coming back together to make the original person. So in Kingdom Hearts 3, you're gonna fight that original person. Yeah, pretty much. So this is another confusing part. So there was a prop. You know how in the first one I was telling you about, right? Um, it was the dude who can see into the future. So he also gave off like this prophecy of like to make the key, like to make a true keyblade or whatever, or the chosen keyblade to open Kingdom Hearts. You need you need 7 people of the light realm, and you need 13 people of the dark realm. I don't know. So so pretty much that's what he's doing. He's setting it up to where that's why it's called Organization 13, and all them niggas are bad. So the 7 people of light are Sora, Riku, Kyrie. The three people you play with Birth by Sleep, and then it's Mickey. Yeah. So pretty much when you look, here he is. Is it gonna show the? Oh, I can't show the picture. This is the dude. They call him the Master of Masters. Nah, it ain't gonna show the picture. But see right there, it says he uses the knowledge to write the book of prophecies. because he can see into the future. And then it's this dude, he's the unicorn. Dang, I'm mad you can't show no pictures. And then it's her. And then her or him. And then it's her. He's in a black robe because that's that you okay, remember in the first one when Sora turns into a Heartless? Roxas is his nobody. Yep. And Chain of Memories. So after you play Chain of Memories, when you play that when you watch that movie I was telling you to watch, that or that movie, the 365 over, yeah, when you watch that tells you Roxas's story, like how he was inside the organization and stuff like that, and why he was in there. Yeah. When you watch that just explains like Roxas's point of view. Because at the end of that, it leads into Kingdom Hearts 2.
Stay right there.
No, he doesn't. Because you don't know, don't nobody know Roxas yet. So where am I at? Birth by Sleep. So back to Birth by Sleep. Aqua beats him and she splits him in half. So the whole reason of Birth by Sleep was the dude who looks like Roxas in there, his name is Vin. There's another evil dude, his name is Vanitas. Vanitas looks just like Sora, older. He looks like an old Sora.
Yeah, fuck you read.
Yeah, he look like an old Sora. He look just like Sora. You know how Riku gets that dark power and he gets his body looks different? It's like blue and red and he has the symbol on his chest. So imagine Sora with that power. That's pretty much what the other dude is. So to make a it's gonna show. It's not gonna show all of it. It's gonna skip a bunch of it. Like you'll watch. It's like one big long movie, but it's not gonna show each individual day. Probably sleeping. What? Come here.
Why is he crying?
He's sleepy. She is in there doing her makeup for about 3 hours.
It was 3 hours.
No, it was for about an hour and a half. I done been on here talking to AP for a good hour and a half.
Well, good for you.
That's my point. It takes you an hour and a half just put some dirt on your damn face.
You need to go sleep.
Some colorful ass dirt. That's all that shit is.
Clogging your pores.
Cause heartless are like it's like true darkness. That's why I say you can't. Heartless only come when a person think like I can't explain it, but pretty much a heartless is the dark part of everybody's heart. Because in birth by sleep, when you fight birth by sleep, you fight the unversed. You don't fight heartless, you fight unversed. The unversed are like heartless, but they're not like darkness. They're just like evil thoughts. When somebody have an evil thought, it turns into an unversed. But oh, I forgot about her. She on um no, that's so pretty much she's a doll. She's literally a doll that they made. And what she's supposed to do is she's supposed to take Roxas and Sora's power and pretty much kill them. So the reason why she looked like Kyrie though is because she went to Sora's memories and she saw Kyrie. So that's why she looks like Kyrie. And the longer she like fights with Roxas and the organization, she's actually stealing Roxas and Sora's power. And you'll see they'll explain it they're gonna explain it at the end. Yep. No, Roxas kills her because she's actually a good person. Cause she don't even know what she is yet. Yeah. Hey, you looking at my you still looking at the channel? Hey, look, this is how Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna look. You see how good this junk look? Look at this junk. It ain't playing nothing? No. It's probably a commercial or something. But shit. Alright, man. I'm gonna get on. I'll get on after we come back from his little birthday party. It shouldn't be that long. I'm gonna go ahead and play some of these games and beat up some of these little kids. Shit. Alright, y'all boys.